Your air conditioner is running. You can hear the fan. Air is coming through the vents. Your electric meter may be working overtime. But there's one big problem. Your house is still hot. Before you panic and call an HVAC technician, there are several things you can check yourself, and some of them take less than 2 minutes to fix. A dirty filter, incorrect thermostat setting, blocked outdoor unit, tripped breaker, or even a closed vent could make your AC run for hours without properly cooling your home. And here's the important part. Don't skip ahead. We're going through 12 things to check when your AC is running but not cooling, starting with the easiest fixes and moving toward the problems that may require a professional. One of the later checks can also help you recognize a problem that could damage your AC compressor if you keep running the system. So, before you spend money on an HVAC service call, start with number 1. 1. Check your thermostat settings. It sounds almost too simple, but this should always be your first check. Walk over to your thermostat and look at the system mode. Is it actually set to cool? Next, look at the fan setting. If your thermostat fan is set to on, the blower may continue circulating air even when the air conditioner isn't actively cooling. That can make it seem like your AC is running constantly, but producing warm or room temperature air. For normal cooling, try setting the fan to auto. Then set the desired temperature several degrees below the current indoor temperature. For example, if your home is 78 degrees, try setting the thermostat to around 72 or 73 temporarily. Give the system a few minutes. Now place your hand near a supply vent. Does the air begin feeling noticeably cooler? If yes, your thermostat setting may have been the entire problem. If nothing changes, keep going. And if you have a programmable or smart thermostat, check the schedule too. A programmed temperature change may be overriding what you thought you selected. Also check whether the thermostat display is weak, blank, or behaving strangely. Some thermostats use batteries, and weak batteries can sometimes cause control problems. But don't start replacing wires or opening electrical components. We're sticking to safe homeowner checks. 2. Check the air filter. Now let's check one of the most common causes of poor AC performance, a dirty air filter. Your air conditioner needs airflow. When the filter becomes heavily clogged with dust, pet hair, dirt, and debris, the system has to work much harder to move air. That can reduce cooling performance and, in some cases, contribute to the indoor coil getting too cold and freezing. Find your HVAC filter and carefully remove it. Hold it toward a light. If you can barely see light through it, or it's covered with a thick layer of dust, it's probably time to replace it. Make sure the replacement is the correct size. And pay attention to the airflow arrow printed on the filter. Install it in the direction specified for your system. How often should you change it? There isn't one schedule that works for every house. A filter may need attention more frequently if you have pets, allergies, construction dust, lots of occupants, or your HVAC system runs heavily. Instead of waiting until your AC stops cooling, inspect the filter regularly. Replacing a dirty filter is inexpensive compared with paying for an unnecessary service call. But there's something important to understand. If the system has already developed ice, changing the filter won't instantly solve the problem. That brings us to number 3. 3. Look for ice on the AC system. If your AC is running but the house isn't getting cold, look for signs of ice. Check visible and safely accessible areas around the indoor HVAC equipment and refrigerant lines. Do you see frost? Ice? Heavy condensation? If you see ice, don't keep lowering the thermostat hoping the house will cool faster. That can make the situation worse. Restricted airflow is one possible reason a system may freeze. A dirty filter or blocked airflow can contribute to the problem. Refrigerant-related or mechanical problems can also cause icing, and those generally require professional diagnosis. If you find significant ice, turn the cooling function off and allow the system to thaw. You may be able to set the thermostat fan to on to circulate room temperature air across the coil, provided the blower is operating normally and there are no electrical or safety concerns. Do not chip, scrape, or break ice off the coil. You could damage delicate components. Once the system has fully thawed, make sure you have a clean filter and that your vents aren't blocked before trying to cool again. If the AC freezes again, that's a strong sign that it's time for an HVAC technician. 4. Check your supply and return vents. Here's another easy check that many homeowners overlook. Walk through your house and inspect the vents. Are your supply vents open? Are they blocked by furniture? Curtains? Boxes? Rugs? Now check the larger return air grills. Those need airflow too. Don't block them with a sofa, cabinet, or other large object. Your AC system isn't just producing cold air. It's circulating air through the house. If that circulation is restricted, comfort can suffer. There's another useful test you can perform. Compare airflow between rooms. If several vents have good airflow but one room barely has any, the problem may be localized. But if airflow seems weak throughout the entire house, the issue could be related to the filter, blower, ductwork, coil, or another system component. Don't start opening ductwork yourself. Just observe what the system is doing. Those observations can save time when you eventually speak with a technician. 5. Check the circuit breakers. Your HVAC system may have more than one electrical component. In some systems, the indoor blower can continue operating even when the outdoor cooling equipment isn't. That means you may feel air coming through the vents and assume the entire air conditioner is working. Check your electrical panel for a breaker associated with the AC, HVAC system, air handler, furnace, or outdoor condenser. If you find a tripped breaker, don't repeatedly reset it. A breaker that trips can warn you about an electrical problem. If you're comfortable and the manufacturer's instructions permit it, a single reset may restore operation after an isolated event. But if the breaker trips again, stop resetting it and call a qualified professional. Repeatedly resetting a tripping breaker does not fix the underlying problem and can create a safety risk. And never remove electrical panels or touch exposed wiring unless you're properly qualified. 6. Go outside and check the condenser. Now we're heading outside. Find the outdoor AC unit, often called the condenser. First, listen. Is it running? Can you hear the compressor or fan operating? Can you see the fan spinning normally through the grill? Don't reach inside the unit and don't remove protective panels. Next, look around the condenser. Has it become surrounded by leaves, weeds, grass clippings, or other debris? The outdoor unit needs airflow to release heat from your home. If vegetation is growing against the unit, carefully clear the surrounding area without damaging any components. And here's a common mistake. People sometimes hide ugly outdoor AC units with fences, shrubs, decorative screens, or storage items. It may look better, but restricting airflow around the condenser can hurt performance. Give the unit the clearance recommended by its manufacturer. If the outdoor unit isn't running at all while the indoor blower is operating, you may have found an important clue. Check the thermostat and breaker first. If those appear normal, professional diagnosis may be needed. 7. Look at the outdoor coil. While you're outside, look at the coil surfaces around the condenser. Over time, they can collect dirt, pollen, leaves, cottonwood, grass clippings, and other debris. A dirty outdoor coil can reduce the system's ability to release heat. But be careful here. Don't attack the condenser with a pressure washer. High pressure can bend the delicate coil fins and potentially cause damage. Light debris around the exterior can often be removed carefully, but deeper coil cleaning should follow the manufacturer's instructions or be handled professionally. If the coil looks severely clogged, professional cleaning may be the safer choice. This is also why blowing grass clippings toward the condenser every time you mow isn't a great idea. Keep that area clean. Your AC will thank you. 8. Check whether your AC is actually producing cooler air. Here's a simple test that gives you useful information. Turn the cooling system on and allow it to operate for a while. Then compare the air entering the return grill with the air coming from a nearby supply vent. You don't need expensive equipment for basic observation. Does the air supply feel clearly cooler than the room air? If you have a reliable thermometer, you can take more useful measurements. Allow the system to stabilize, then measure the temperature of the air near a return and at a nearby supply register. HVAC professionals often evaluate the difference between return air and supply air temperatures as one diagnostic clue. But don't treat one temperature reading as a complete diagnosis. Humidity, airflow, equipment design, outdoor conditions, and where you take the measurement can all affect the result. The goal isn't to become an HVAC technician in 5 minutes. The goal is to determine whether your system appears to be removing heat. If air coming from the vents is essentially the same temperature as the room after the system has been operating, continue checking. 9. Check windows, doors, and sources of heat. Sometimes the AC is cooling, but the house is gaining heat almost as quickly as the system can remove it. Check your windows. Is one partially open? What about an exterior door that isn't closing properly? Do you have direct afternoon sunlight pouring through large windows? Are several heat-producing appliances running? During extremely hot weather, especially in areas with strong sun and high humidity, your cooling system has a much heavier workload. Close exterior doors and windows. Use blinds, curtains, or shades on windows receiving intense sunlight. Avoid unnecessarily running heat-producing appliances during the hottest part of the day. And don't continuously lower your thermostat to 60 degrees because the house is hot. Setting the thermostat dramatically lower doesn't normally make a properly functioning central AC system cool the air faster. It simply tells the system to keep trying until it reaches that temperature. Check for a clogged condensate drain or safety switch. Air conditioners don't only cool your home. They also remove moisture from the air. That moisture has to drain somewhere. Many systems have a condensate drain line, and some installations include a safety switch designed to stop cooling equipment when water backs up. If the drain becomes clogged, you may notice water around the indoor unit, a full drain pan, or cooling may stop depending on how the system is configured. Look around the indoor equipment. Do you see unexpected water? Is the drain pan full? Is there water nearby? Don't bypass the safety switch just to make the AC run. That switch may be preventing water damage. Basic drain maintenance varies by system, so follow your equipment manufacturer's instructions. If you can't safely identify or clear the problem, call a professional. Water around electrical HVAC equipment deserves extra caution. 11. Consider whether the system is low on refrigerant. Now, we're getting into problems you generally shouldn't try to repair yourself. If your AC runs constantly but struggles to cool, refrigerating could be one possible cause. Other signs may include icing, reduced cooling capacity, or unusually long run times. But here's the key point. Refrigerant isn't something your AC should routinely use up, like gasoline. A sealed system that has lost refrigerant may have a leak or another issue that needs diagnosis. Simply adding refrigerant without identifying why the level is low may not solve the underlying problem. Refrigerant work also requires proper equipment, training, and compliance with applicable regulations. So this is not a DIY repair. If you've checked your filter, thermostat, vents, breaker, outdoor unit, and obvious airflow problems, but the AC still isn't cooling properly, refrigerant or another mechanical issue may be on the list of possibilities for your technician to investigate. 12. Know when to turn the AC off and call a professional. This final check may save you from turning a smaller problem into a more expensive repair. There are situations where you should stop troubleshooting and call an HVAC professional. Pay attention to your system. If you smell burning, hear loud grinding or unusual mechanical noises, repeatedly trip breakers, see damaged electrical components, notice significant refrigerant line icing, discover substantial water near electrical equipment or the outdoor unit isn't operating correctly, don't keep forcing the system to run. And if your AC runs for hours without cooling the house despite all the basic checks we've covered, professional diagnosis is probably the next step. Continuing to run malfunctioning equipment can potentially make certain problems worse. When you call the technician, don't simply say, "My AC doesn't work." Give them the information you collected. Tell them, the thermostat is set to cool and auto. The filter is clean. The breaker isn't tripped. The outdoor fan is running. There is ice on the refrigerant line. Or, the blower works but the outdoor unit doesn't start. Those details can help the technician understand the symptoms before they arrive. Why your AC may struggle on extremely hot days. There's one more situation worth discussing because it can make a perfectly functioning air conditioner seem broken. Extreme outdoor temperatures. When outdoor temperatures become unusually high, your AC has to remove heat entering through the roof, windows, walls, doors, and air leaks, while also dealing with indoor heat and humidity. Older homes, poor insulation, leaky ductwork, inadequate attic insulation, direct sunlight, or an improperly sized HVAC system can make the problem worse. So if your AC cools reasonably well in the morning but struggles badly during the hottest afternoon hours, the equipment itself isn't necessarily the only thing worth investigating. Your home's insulation, ductwork, windows, air sealing, and overall heat load may also matter. Do these before calling HVAC. If your AC is running but not cooling, here's what you should check first. 1. Make sure the thermostat is set to cool and the fan is set appropriately. 2. Inspect and replace a dirty air filter. 3. Look for ice on the system. 4. Check supply and return vents for airflow restrictions. 5. Check for a tripped circuit breaker. 6. Make sure the outdoor condenser is operating and has adequate airflow. 7. Look for dirt and debris blocking the outdoor coil. 8. Check whether the air supply is actually cooler than return air. 9. Close open windows and doors and reduce unnecessary heat entering the house. 10. Look for condensate drainage problems or an activated safety switch. 11. Recognize possible refrigerant-related symptoms, but leave refrigerant work to a professional. 12. Know when to stop troubleshooting and call an HVAC technician. Some of these checks take only a few minutes. And even if they don't solve the problem, you'll know much more about what's happening before you pay for a service call. Now I want to hear from you. Has your AC ever been running but not cooling? And what turned out to be the problem? Was it something simple like a dirty filter or thermostat setting? Or did you end up needing a technician? Leave your experience in the comments because your solution might help someone else watch this video with the exact same problem. And if this video saved you time, money, or one very sweaty afternoon, hit the like button. For more practical home maintenance, troubleshooting, repair, and homeowner tips that can help you know what to check before spending money, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And share this video with a homeowner, friend, or family member. Because when it's 95 degrees outside and the AC suddenly stops cooling, this is one video they'll be very happy you sent them. Thanks for watching, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next video.